Hello, good morning, guys. Welcome back with me today. I'm going to telling you about a podcast. It's also from British Council, and today I'm going to talk about the catching waves after the tree. I'm sure that both of each of us um, we have devised our journey when we have to go to another place or elsewhere. So we always think about how we can go there. Some of our friends may be given underdog, or we are in underdog from our friends, and because I think we have a small journey and then we have a big obligation to convey our beauty as a friends. So in this podcast, there are two speakers that throw the mobile phone and they call and talk about their experience. Um, I could say the first speaker is A and the second speaker is B. And they A also went to Canada to visit his uncle. And in the first conversation, he talked about his experience when he get in his trip with his uncle, which is a very long distance, and he really left behind with his uncle. And then we also asked about this boy to ask about this boy about his travels to Canada, and then she also talked about her friend when her friend um, goes to Barcelona at the moment. Then her friends getting was getting lost too, and that can be experienced when we try to talk about a trip. So um, immensely it is very hard to us to um, choose which is the best way when we have our lost trip, and then our friend really um, it doesn't imminent from us, really far distance. So we have to choose, and then we have to make sure that we are in the uh, pressure, and then we are in, for example, when you were in a remote place and then you are just alone, and I can imagine what will be happen over there. And yeah, one thing that we have to do is all the happen, all the events are lapses in order um, be we can be capable, and then we can be as fascinating to other people. So yeah, today this really experience when I had listened this podcast about um, getting our way in our trip without even though we are in the distance, uh, we are in the long distance. But one thing that even from the speaker said, we have to make sure that we are in the right path in order we can find our way back. So also in this podcast, um, B also she mentions about uh, she has a plan to go to Canada, which is which has been visited by A, yeah, and then A um goes to his uncle to visit his uncle to Canada, and then I also talk about several experiences that he was getting in Canada with his uncle, which is a he told about small the largest the huge park, and then the good views, and then the good landscapes. It was really good when I tried to talk about this motion, I think, because there are a lot of people that spend their time to do the vacations, and then we have to share each other which is the best place to choose our vacation place. And yeah, I even recognize that even for myself when I had to plan to go anywhere, or even in the remote place, I always looking for volunteers person or voluntary person who wants to help me to get out of from my problem. So yeah, the most um I think the most impression from this the most impression thing that I got from this podcast is how to maintain ourselves when we have our lost trip, and then how do we ask to some people how to survive when we lose our trip, in order we can safety in our route, and then we can save in our journey, and then we can back to our home with clearly. So yeah, guys, for today, maybe that's all I can explain to you. I'm so sorry if I had a many vocabularies that I think is not necessary to use this moment, but honestly, I want to practice my vocabularies, my even my basic vocabularies, in order I can apply in in my daily activity or in my daily conversation. Thank you, guys.